Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Fred Speaks. I pray this podcast finds you in the best of health and spirits. And I want to encourage everyone to continue to take the necessary precautions to wash your hands and wear your face mask during this pandemic. People are dying every day, and it just goes to show you that life is short and that life is as a vapor that one moment it's here and then one next moment it's gone. And we spend life not really living life, but just going through the motions, always talking about, I wish I'd done this, I wish I would have traveled, I wish I would have went back to school, or just different things. We just procrastinate and we, have so many regrets about life, and just understanding that life is very temporal, and taking the chances and being adventurous, and we find ourselves not even really living life. And I was thinking today that what a great podcast to do on the subject, lean into life. Lean into happiness. Lean into grief. Lean into anger. Lean into contentment. In essence, lean into life. Put your shoulder to life. Get in the mix of life. Live life. And once you give yourself permission to feel these things, you can begin the journey of acceptance. That is my life. It's what I make of it. It's what, I may not can change every aspect of my life, but I can get to the place of where I embrace my life. It's mine. The good, the bad, the ugly, it's mine. It's my life. And I only have one life to live. And accept the celebrations that follows being happy. It's all right. It's all right. You're happy. It's okay. Accept the forgiveness that follows feeling grief. Accept the confrontation that follows being angry. Accept the pleasures that follows being content. Your meaningful work comes from a place of acceptance. Now, I don't mean that you should simply accept things, and just say, that's just the way it is without any questions. Us being human beings, we have questions. Even if we don't say them out loud, within us, we have questions of why this or why that. But what I do mean is you should accept them for what they are right now, so that you're in an empowered place to make change. If you hate your life right now, but don't accept that you're unsatisfied, you're not in a position to make the changes you want to see. If you hate your life right now and you do accept that you are unsatisfied, then you can make the necessary decisions to create change to become bigger than the current state of your life. Many of us was told, just get over it. But life is designed to have a variety of emotions. Sometimes you feel happy. Sometimes you feel sad. But that's part of life. That's part of life. And so just get over it, it's not so easy to just get over it. I don't want to just get over it. I want to lean into it. I want to embrace it. If I'm feeling sad, to embrace it, but not stay there. If I'm feeling happy, to embrace it, to feel it. But I would say instead, lean into life, and in turn, you will have the proper leverage to do something really great. And that's what it's really all about. Everybody wants a life where they feel they have been able to accomplish something, to get some things done. And so when you have, that emotion of grief or anger, and it kind of throws things off, but you feel it, you experience it, you know what it's like. But then when you have happiness and joy to come around, you embrace those and feel it. And lean into it. And instead of us avoiding things, especially when it's not things that we feel comfortable, I would like to encourage you today to lean into some things. And one is, find something you're procrastinating on and lean into the discomfort of it. Lean into it. Face a project that just you're so afraid to do, and you just to the point where you don't even want to think about it. Lean into it. Have a difficult conversation that you're afraid of having. You need to have the conversation. You need to do it. So lean into it. Put yourself in uncomfortable situations. And a lot of times we limit our happiness and our peace and being able to accomplish things because we're afraid, or we try to avoid being in uncomfortable situations. But even when you're in an uncomfortable situation, that's room for growth. That's room for an opportunity. So don't be afraid to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Push yourself more with your exercise. Sometimes we just do just enough to just say, I exercise today. But what about going beyond that, pushing a little bit harder? Try some new foods or recipes or ways of cooking. Lean into it. Dance in public. Sometimes I'll see somebody, they're listening to their music and they're dancing and moving and they're in this zone. and they don't care about who's watching them or looking at them. They're into what they're listening to. And I want to encourage you just to lean into. You might be in the grocery store and, you're listening to something, or you hear something over the radio or whatever, and just dance. Lean into it. Give it a try. Learn something new and difficult. And so many times we stay in our comfort zone. We don't want to get out of that. And in order to learn something new and difficult, you gotta get out of the comfort zone. So try to learn something new and difficult today. And meditate longer than you usually do. So meditate a little bit longer. Push yourself. Lean into it. And that is something that we don't want to be on the sideline looking at life pass us by. But we want to lean into life. Embrace it. Accept it. Deal with it. Face it. That it's my life. And I'm not trying to go around it. I'm not trying to go under, and I'm not trying to go over it. But I am going to face my life. I'm going to lean into my life. And I'm going to make the best of my life. And there are certain things I can't change. I can't do anything about it. And I'm not going to worry about those things. But the things that I can do, and that's it, leaning into life, accepting life, that it's my life. The good, the bad, the ugly, it's my life. And so today I want to encourage you to lean into life. And you'll be surprised at the different things that you position yourself to accomplish by leaning into life. So I pray that everyone was able to get something out of this. And we'd like to encourage you to join us for another episode of Fred Speaks.